Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is jam-packed full of outdoor cleaning and decorating. We're going to be planting, we're going to be working in the garden, cleaning up toys, doing some deep cleaning, and I'm so excited to get all of this tackled before summer gets here. We are so excited for these warmer days ahead. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much to Cricut for sponsoring today's video, and let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one. We are actually out in the garage right now. I just brought all of my plants in from my car. We got a bunch of really pretty magenta petunias and some other flowers. And then I've also got all of my vegetables lined up to start planting in our garden. And Will is out there right now tilling up the garden. We worked a little bit on it yesterday. And then we also started power washing our siding. So lots and lots of outdoor projects in today's video. Planting, cleaning, decorating outside, and getting ready for spring and summer. We're so excited to get our little kiddie pool going in the backyard and just get it really nice and fun for Oliver and also for us to enjoy all summer long. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you, but let's get started. Also, outfits are getting very awkward these days. We are 20 weeks pregnant, and my shirt either doesn't cover my tummy or it covers it not enough, so just awkward. But we're halfway there, so that's exciting. Okay, while we were at Lowe's, I picked up lots of petunias in this really pretty like magenta color. There's some pinks, there's some purples. I love this color up against our gray siding. So I got some that can go in our planters, like our whiskey barrel planters in the backyard. And then I got some that can go on the front porch. I thought these would be really cute next to the steps in our backyard. But then I was like, those are way too cute to put in the backyard. So I may find a spot for those in the front yard. I also picked up those cute little planting gloves at Hobby Lobby and that little shovel. And then over here for our garden, we have an eggplant, we have a bonnie green bell pepper, a zucchini squash, we've got strawberries. I have to read up on that still, but I think they do well next to squash. A straight neck heirloom squash. We've got a jalapeno pepper. I actually meant to get a regular jalapeno, but that's a heatless jalapeno. We've got a crook neck heirloom squash, and then some more strawberries. So I'm just out here adding some fresh soil to our garden bed. Will was actually out here the day before getting all of the existing dirt out of here. We use this as like a place to put all of the dirt from our pea gravel project in here. So it was piled high with old dirt. So he was putting that in a wheelbarrow, hauling it off. So not pictured is Will doing all of the hard work. And now I just get to do the fun part where I add the soil and my plants. And I went with veggies that we love to eat, like eggplant, zucchini, squash. Plus I know that we are pretty good at growing squash. It's not hard. That one always pops up. I wanted to try strawberries just because we love strawberries and we go through them so fast. So this is kind of just a for fun garden for spring and summer. While I'm getting huge and pregnant, it'll be something fun for little Oliver and I to come out here and do each day. But if you know anything about planting a garden, a raised garden, then leave it down in the comments below. I'm kind of learning as I go. I don't know a whole lot about it. So I'm not sure how well these will do with the older dirt underneath and the newer soil on top. Will did come out here and till everything up like I said, but we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see if anything comes from it. And if not, it was fun. And I'm sure Oliver will have fun with it too. But here in just a second, I'm going to share with y'all a really cute way to label your garden. And make some picks for our garden. I picked these little picks up at Walmart. They're just little wooden picks, and I'm going to label them with my Cricut. So thank you so much to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Y'all have seen me use my Cricut Explore 3 a lot on my channel. We organized our whole pantry with this. We also did our garage. We've made clothes and cups for Oliver, and I just absolutely love that you can design or personalize almost anything with a Cricut machine. And today I'm actually going to be using my new Cricut Joy Extra. Most of y'all know what Cricut is, but if you don't, Cricut makes smart cutting machines that work with an easy to use app. And like I said, you can design or personalize anything. You can make birthday cards, you can make clothes, you can make labels, you can, you name it, you can make it with the Cricut just about. Okay, to get started with today's project, I'm going to open up our Cricut Joy Extra and I'm going to enter Cricut Design Space on my computer and just make sure I've clicked on the correct cutting machine in the upper right hand corner. And then I'm just going to head over to the left side of the screen to start my design. So I'm going to add text 8 different times because I have 8 different plants in my garden right now. And once I have my text created, I'm just going to add a shape that looks similar to my garden pics, and I'm going to size that shape at the top of the screen the exact same size as my real life garden pics. And this way I can fit my text on that rectangle to see if it will fit my garden pic perfectly. In my opinion, this is one of the most important parts of creating something on Cricut Design Space because you don't want to end up making something that's too big for what you're doing, or it's just not going to work and you've wasted vinyl. That is the worst. So take some time and just make sure what you're making is going to fit on your end product. After sizing all of my text, I'm going to choose the font I want. This is the fun part. I chose BFC Joyful Honey. This is a very legible font, but it's also so cute, and it's a Cricut font that I just purchased. Once we have our text how we like it, we're going to head to the top right corner and press Make. And Cricut Design Space takes you through every single step. Very simple, very straightforward. There's nothing confusing about it. I'm just going to insert my black vinyl into my Cricut machine, and then Cricut does all the hard work for me. I find that this permanent vinyl by Cricut holds up so well over time, but if you wanted to paint your text and just needed a stencil, you can weed out the text on your design and paint over it like a stencil. And I've done that before. It works great. There are so many different ways you can do this with a Cricut. These machines are so affordable and totally worth the investment. If you don't already have one, head to my description box today and get your hands on one. I will have all of the links down below. After my design was done, I'm just taking each one and using my weeding tool to pull out any parts of the letters that I don't want in there, like the inside of the R's and the A's. And once I have my text only with no extra vinyl, I apply my transfer tape and I use my scraper to make sure the transfer tape is really good and adhered before then transferring it to my garden pick. This is such a fun and easy and quick way to personalize anything in your home. And like I said, we've organized our pantry with our Cricut, our garage, Oliver's nursery. We're going to be doing baby girl's nursery very soon. It is such a great investment and makes things look 10,000 times better. And now we're headed out to the garden to swap out our paper picks for our beautiful new wooden picks. I'm so excited to have our garden back up and running finally. I will have all of these Cricut supplies that I used in today's video linked down below. Thank you so much again to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. I am so glad to finally get rid of these paper tags.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like.
Now we are moving on. I'm showing y'all a before clip of our front porch area and then also our backyard area. Oliver plays in the backyard all day, every day basically, and so it is a really big mess. We leave popsicles out here and there's toys all over the little pea gravel area, and our fire pit is all torn apart because Oliver likes to play with that when it's not on. And this is our siding. One side of our house gets so bad every year, and I'm not sure why that is, but anyways, we're going to take care of that here in just a little bit. I borrowed a power washer from my parents, so we have lots of work cut out for us. We're going to get the yard cleaned up, get the siding all straightened out, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. I always love watching people power wash. It is so satisfying. So very glad to have that taken care of, thanks to Will. While he's doing that, I'm actually going to head in the backyard and get our bench from our entryway. If you missed last week's video, go watch it. It's very informative for what's to come on my channel. But I'm going to get my bench and paint it white because our siding outside is white and the bench was cream. Okay, this is the bench we pulled out of our entryway last week. It's actually from Hobby Lobby, I think. Or maybe Kirkland's. But anyways, we're going to paint it with this. It's like a chalky finished chalk paint. I want to spray paint rather than real paint because I think it'll go quicker. So hopefully this works. Shake, shake, shake. As you can see, this spray paint was not working. It was so windy. And I just had a feeling it was not going to cover this bench very well. So we ended up going back to Lowe's and getting the chalky white paint. And I'm just going to paint it with a paintbrush. It didn't have to be perfect or anything, but I just wanted it mostly covered. When you work with chalk paint, that's one thing I do love about it, is it does not have to be perfect. It can look kind of rustic and it looks so good. So we're just going to quickly slap a coat of paint on here. Oliver's going to help me, and that way it'll match our siding a little better. Alright, this is the next day and Will is helping me move out the old bench and move in the new bench. I absolutely love this bench on our front porch, but it's gotten all rusted out. So I think I'm going to take it in the backyard and use it as a little area where people can sit up against the siding and watch their kids play if there's like a birthday party or something. Or I can sit out there and watch Oliver play in the pool this summer. So I'm going to repurpose that. I need to paint it, but I'm going to move in that new bench to the front porch, and I love the way that that looks on our front porch. So much classier than that other bench, and I'm excited to decorate it with some fresh pillows and put our flowers out on the porch here in a little while. But right now we're moving back into the backyard to clean up this huge mess. We had so many toys to clean up, and we just had to give everything a really good reset before we get busy planting all of our flowers. This little patio set came from Amazon and was super affordable, so I will link it down below in case y'all are needing one. And I love it. I love coming out here in the morning to sit here and drink my coffee and watch Oliver play. But I haven't done that in a while because it's covered in pollen. So I needed to get that all cleaned up. And then here in a little while, like in the next couple months, I would love to get another little couch out here where that sidewalk chalk is. And then maybe a table for more seating when we have a birthday party at our house, or whenever we have people over, we just have more seating, because both Will and I's families are so big, and anytime we have both families over at the same time, there's so many people here and not enough seating. So I want to get some more seating for that area, plus I think it'll just be really nice. And then with that bench that we're moving back here, that's also more seating. But let's go ahead and take care of all of this junk. I'm going to move everything out of our pea gravel area too, because I'm going to be pulling some weeds and raking the rocks to get them more level. As I was pulling weeds, Oliver came up to me and he goes, "Mom, can I help you pull the seaweeds?" And I thought that was so cute. He loves the beach, and he's been talking about the beach so much. And so we had a conversation about seaweed the other day, and I guess that's what he got that from. But I was like, sure, you can help me pull the seaweeds. We did a little backyard makeover a couple years ago when Oliver was a little tiny baby, and we dug up this whole area of grass, and we got all of this pea gravel at a local like plant store for 80 bucks. So it was like a budget makeover. We slapped some whiskey barrels on here and put some poles in there and hung our string lights. And we absolutely love this area, especially in the fall and in the spring and summer. We come out here and roast marshmallows a lot. So we have really enjoyed this area. Where was I going with this? Oh, there's a question that everybody always asks me on that backyard makeover video, and it's, do you get weeds and have your rocks stayed put? And we do get a few weeds here and there. I used landscaping fabric when I did this project, but we do get a few weeds here and there. Not bad. As long as I come out here like once every 6 months and grab the weeds, they never get out of control. And the rocks have stayed put so well, and we actually have a drain that goes right into these rocks, and it has not caused any problems. So we love this area. It was totally worth it. It was, I think the whole thing together was close to $300. So I will link that video down below in case you want to do something like this in your backyard and you don't have like a huge budget for cement or something like that, because that's where we were at. We didn't want to spend, we actually had a guy come quote us for cement, and it was like $3,000. The first guy quoted us like $6,000, and then we got our builder over here and he quoted us $2,000 or $3,000. And we just did not want to spend that much money on some cement. So we just grabbed some pea gravel, and Oliver absolutely loves to play in it, and it's a really fun place to hang out.
If I could hear my father's voice, he would tell me to move on. He would say I'll be just fine. Yeah, he would tell me we have time, time to laugh and time to heal. Our favorite song is on repeat, drinking wine until the dawn, knowing soon we'll be back home.
For our back porch area, I wanted to sweep all of that off and then just grab the hose and spray it down because there was cobwebs and marks on the door and things like that. So I figured I would just take care of all of that with the hose. And now for our whiskey barrel planters, I learned watching somebody else's YouTube video. It was like a how-to guide. I'm not sure who it was, but they said if you buy a hanging plant of petunias, then you can easily break them apart and plant in your whiskey barrel planters. So that's what I did. I always get nervous breaking a plant that's already together apart to try to replant it because I don't want to kill the plant. But I was like, well, we're just going to see if it works because I hate to buy, like 4 or 5 or 6, probably like 7 or 8 of these plants to try to fill the whiskey barrel planters when I can save, half that by just breaking them apart. So that's what we're doing. I'm always about saving a buck. We grabbed 3 of these hanging petunias, and I know petunias are really easy to keep alive. That's why I chose them, and I love these colors, the pink and the purple and the magenta. I think they're so pretty for spring and summer. And so we're going to plant these, and then I did end up using one extra smaller plant to kind of fill in the holes. But I love how these turned out.
I'm thinking about you. And I'm wishing that you knew. And I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. trouble in sight. Beating hearts don't lie. An empty page, a story to write. I'm in love, you're divine, and it's all in our signs. We're going away. Get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made. Lock your door, need no more.
The last time I came out here to clean and decorate was in the fall, so it was time to freshen everything up, way past time to freshen everything up. So I'm going to wipe down our door with some sprayway. Opie gets this all messed up pretty often, so I'm going to get that taken care of. And then these pillows I actually picked up, I think I found them at Dollar General because I actually just ran down the road. We live so far out from the city that it's just easier to go to Dollar General to get my everyday stuff. But I picked these up on a whim because they were on a major sale. Sometimes Dollar General has these crazy sales where you buy one, get one half off, or buy one, get one free. And so that's why I picked up these pillows. They were gray and matched our siding, but they're not really my style, and I just wasn't feeling them anymore. So here in a second, we're going to take those out, and I'm just going to replace them with pillows that I already had, but I really want to get some really cute outdoor pillows for this space for spring and summer. So I'm still working on that, but we're going to freshen up this area, get it all cleaned up, and ready for me to come out here and drink my coffee in the morning and watch Ollie play because the weather has just been way too beautiful to be inside. And I did end up using these cute little plants right here on our back porch. I couldn't find a place for them in the front yard. Eventually, I would love to add more flowers out in the front, either in flower boxes under the windows or maybe just add more like larger planters, but I haven't figured out how I want to do that yet. So for now, we're going to add these in the backyard, and at least we will be able to enjoy them in the morning and then when we come out here and play with Oliver.
Cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm alright. Hang on.
Absolutely love those little plants. And now we're going to get Oliver's bubble blower going. That's also from Amazon, and it has been left out in the rain and the wind. We've left it out here all winter long, and it still works. I didn't even put real bubbles in there. I just put some Dawn dish soap and water, and it was still spitting out bubbles pretty well. So pretty awesome little bubble blower, and so glad to have that area cleaned up. I just came in. I wanted to go ahead and start dinner. It is after 5 o'clock, so I'm going to do this, and then when we get done, we'll head back out into the yard and do a little bit more work before the day is over. But tonight for dinner, I'm making a chicken and vegetable casserole. I found this recipe on Pinterest, and I'm super excited to try it. It looks so delicious. It's like one of those comfort, kind of like family style meals. So what we're going to do is I actually have been cooking some chicken breasts in the crock pot all day. So those are done. They're really nice and moist. I shredded that. I cubed them, but some of it's shredded, which is fine. We're going to mix the chicken with this sauce that I made over the burner just now. This is just 2 ounces of Velveeta cheese, and then a can of chicken, cream of chicken, and then also just the leftover chicken broth that was in my crock pot. This recipe from Pinterest actually calls for you to cook your chicken a certain way, but it's probably 2 to 4 tablespoons of chicken broth, maybe a little more, that I mixed in with the cheese and the cream of chicken. So that's just like a cheesy sauce. So we're gonna mix that, and then I also made some white rice. So we're gonna do white rice mixed with the cheesy sauce, mixed with the chicken, and then I also picked up this bag of mixed vegetables from Walmart. It's just green beans, carrots, corn. We're gonna mix that in, mix it all together in my caraway bakeware, and then on top, we have some breadcrumbs. So I just took my regular plain panko breadcrumbs. I did a 1/3 cup mixed with 2 tablespoons of butter, heated it over the burner so that they're nice and moist. And I noticed that that's not very much, so I doubled it, and we've got the breadcrumbs right here. So let's go ahead and assemble this real quick.
You said it was the last time, but you keep coming back to tell me sorry that you take back all the things you said just to hurt me. Our love just went cold, but I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? I keep on making the same mistake.
Okay, I'm just gonna loosely cover this with some aluminum foil, and cook it at 375 for 30 minutes. And then when the 30 minutes is over, we'll take it out, take the foil off, and cook it for 10 more minutes.
You are back once more, like everything's the same. I tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart, I can't pretend. Now I have to get over you again.
I was on a roll, so while dinner was cooking, I came out here to plant up this last little bit of flowers for the front porch. I picked up that planter from Lowe's a couple years ago, and I love it. It looks so like realistic, as far as it looks kind of like cement, but it's very light. But I put a ton of soil in there, so it got heavy, and I had Will lift it onto the porch for me. But I love the way that those look on our porch, and then I love our new white bench. Eventually, one day, I would love to have some custom flower boxes built for all of our windows. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing that, but for right now, we're just going to fix up our porch with what we have. This bench is adorable here. I love it. I hope it stays nice out here. And I actually just grabbed some pillows from the attic. I had these little pillows that I've used outside before. That black and white checkered one came from TJ Maxx this past year, and I love it. I think it's so cute. And then I've got to get a couple more things to fix up our front door, but for now, everything feels very fresh. I think I did pick up like an underneath doormat, but I need a doormat for on top. Yeah, I picked this up from Hobby Lobby, but I've got to get one for on top of it. But anyways, everything feels very fresh for spring and summer, and we'll add to it as we go.
To get over you, I keep on making the same mistake. I always let you back in.
So this is how dinner ended up turning out. It was delicious. I will say next time I make this, I'm going to add salt and pepper. I didn't add any seasoning, and so it was kind of bland, but it was really good and homey and nice to sit down to a home-cooked meal at the end of the day. And now we're going to fix up a s'mores board. We got some Hershey's, some Reese's, some graham crackers, and marshmallows. And we're just going to come out here as a family and enjoy all of our hard work. I hope that y'all enjoyed today's video, got some motivation to fix up the outside of your house for spring and summer. Leave a comment down below. I would love to chat with y'all. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.